Hey, it's Danielle over at DIYDanielle.com, and today I just wanted to do a tour of 3 sheds we're looking at repairing on our property. We have 2 really large sheds, and they have probably been around for the life of our property or pretty close. So the house was built in like 90s, like early 90s. So they're a few years old. I do think they're worth repairing, so I'm going to talk a little bit about that and why we're deciding to repair them, what we're going to do with them, and some of the repairs we're going to have to do. This is going to become a series that will probably take quite a while for me to finish. We're repairing this one shed first. This is going to be my she shed, and I'm going to move all of my crafting stuff out. The reality is this is kind of expensive to do. It'll be a lot less expensive if I can do part of the project myself, and I'm hoping I can tackle that. But it's a lot cheaper than putting an addition on our house, and I'm hoping it gets some of our items organized, because I have craft stuff in like the garage and the basement, in the dining room, because that's my current office space. And then we have woodworking stuff in a few different sheds. Like it's just ridiculous. So I'm hoping this will kind of condense it. So this one's supposed to be the she shed with my sewing, my craft stuff. I have an office to work in. And then I'll also have the other shed we'd like to convert into a workshop, but that's a long-term goal. So the whole series is probably going to be more like a year. So, just keep that in mind. But right now I'm just going to give you a tour of the sheds and what needs to be fixed on them, so you kind of have an idea what's coming for tutorials. So let's get started. Okay, so this is shed number 1. It is 10 feet by 20 feet. It's probably about 12 feet tall, I believe. So the first thing that needs to be fixed is we need to run some electric out here. There's already electric, but it's not enough voltage for what I need to run. So because this is going to have sewing machines in it, my computer, and some other equipment that is going to run take a lot of electricity, we'll need a ductless HVAC system to keep it cool, so none of the machines break or get moisture in them or anything like that. So that's going to be our first thing that we're going to hire out. We need an electrician for that. I will probably do the trenching, which is not going to be great fun. But the other thing we need to fix is there's a bunch of holes in the siding. I think the last owners, they said their kids shot BB guns at this. Super obnoxious anyways. But we're going to have to caulk those or replace the siding. This is the garage door, and the seal leaks. So what happened is the floor started rotting. You can see that water leaked in here. So I'm going to be replacing basically this section of floor. And hopefully that'll help fix everything up. I'm thinking I'm going to remove the garage door and frame this out, because this opens to my neighbor's property, which isn't a problem. It's just kind of an awkward place to add a door. Yeah, I think it probably makes more sense to frame this out, make this a wall, and then add the door to the front, because then I'll be able to look out the door right to my house. So that is the general idea. So otherwise, this shed isn't in terrible condition. It's, we could probably add a loft up there if we wanted. We've got a little light coming through. I'll add some flooring myself, because I can do that. That's not too hard. We'll need some insulation and something for the walls. Either drywall, or I might be able to do some paneling or something. I gotta run some numbers to see what's less expensive. I would like to add like a little area to sit, add some shelving for storing craft supplies, a desk for my sewing machine and my computer. And then of course the doors will be hereabouts. This is all fencing for my horse field, so we can actually store this outside. And we have like our our stuff for our pool, but that'll be going up soon. So we'll be able to clear this up pretty quick. I've got some things to get rid of, but overall, that's that part of the project. I think that's all of it. Okay, our next shed that I want to update is I just want to stain this and do some minor repairs. This is our kids' playhouse. Obviously, it's a storage of all junk. But I had started testing out the color last year, and I had washed this all. I'm going to redo it because this isn't, this showed too much. I want to pick a darker stain. But overall, this place is in good condition. I'm going to wash the floors, maybe paint some walls, add some shelves or something. But I just want it to be a little bit nicer. Otherwise, it's fine as is. And the kids are going to mess around in here anyways. But I do just want to do some minor repairs to make it look a little nicer. I may stain this here to match. I'm not sure. Kind of going back and forth whether I want to paint or stain, but I feel like stain makes a lot more sense, but we'll see. Okay, let's move on to our third structure, which is over here. Man, we have so many sheds here. It's ridiculous. Okay, this is the shed that I would turn into a workshop, and this one has had me sort of like not sure if it would be worth just replacing it. But you could see the roof has some damage. We had a cupola on top. The cupola had a wasp nest. Like the wasp just took it over a couple years in a row, I think. The ducks discovered there was delicious wasp in there and just went and ate them. And then the cupola kind of just fell off in the wind. It was awesome. We already replaced the two windows here. They had holes from BB guns in them. I think we want to either replace or kind of fix up some of this. I don't know if this is fixable. Maybe it is. We've got to replace these doors. They are rotting. You can see along the bottom, they're pretty damaged. It's really not worth saving them. We already bought new hardware to, actually that one's not bad. We bought new hardware for this. A new lock. So we'll probably end up just redoing these doors. The bottom of the front, it's hard to see here now that it's starting to grow, or the plants are starting to grow. Excuse me, my water barrel's here, but so you can see there's some damage. What I'd like to do is I'd like to cut off like this and below and just replace the wood here. I think it would look a lot nicer, and hopefully we can avoid this kind of damage by installing gutters on either side, either of these sides. So you want the gutters to be on the sides that water or ice slopes would come down the roof. So you wouldn't do it on, this side, but for that side and that side, I think it makes a lot of sense just to add the gutters, and hopefully we'd avoid any more damage here. This is really messy. The inside. Say hi to Bunny. Hi, May. So this is our shed. It actually looks pretty good on the inside. The flooring isn't too bad. I feel like there's a few areas that could probably use to be replaced or repaired, but overall it's structurally sound besides the holes in the roof. But we haven't had any leaking. The inside of this shed I think looks better than the other one. But yeah, we'd probably take down a lot of these shelves, put something else up that makes use of the space a little bit better. This is a workbench I built, and we haven't really moved everything out here. A lot of our woodworking stuff is still in the garage. We were using this for hay storage, and I started buying hay by the round bales so we can store them outside a little easier. And yeah, so those are our three big projects. And we actually built this lean-to off the side last year, I think, to hold the tractor, just so it's not in the snow and the rain. So we've done part of the project, really. Hi, Minus. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'll do. I was going to add gutters on this side, but I don't think that's possible with this. But I will see when we get to that project. But yeah, those are the three sheds. Tell me what you think. Any ideas or suggestions about doing repairs, but I'm pretty excited to get started on this. I hope you'll subscribe to my newsletter on my blog, DIYDanielle.com, so you can get updates, or subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel so you can get updates. Hi, Piper. Alrighty, have a great day.